Hello, Venice High School. This is going to be the last video lesson. And today we're going to be talking about the idea of making what I call an illustrated journal. Alright? This project you don't have to do because I know it's hard to get hands on like a notebook or a journal because everything's closed and stuff. So there's not going to be any mandatory work or work that you got to do. But I'm going to teach you or explain to you how to make an illustrated journal, and I'm going to also talk about a technique of how to journal that could be interesting to you. So if you can get yourself a journal, it doesn't have to be this kind exactly. This one's like a moleskin, and it's like graph paper. I don't know if you can see, but it's like got those graph paper lines. But if you can just find any kind of bound book, preferably one with like a flat cover or like a plain colored cover and back that you could kind of like personalize and make yours. Like you can see here, I started to kind of decorate mine or whatever and kind of customize it to make it kind of unique and interesting looking, so that I want to pick it up and write in it and draw in it. Yeah. But so if you have the option, or if you have one of these lying around, or you really want to do this, so you want to go buy one online or find a store that's open that has one, then go ahead and do that. They cost like anywhere from like $10 to $12, $5. So if you have that on hand and you want to pick one up, go ahead. But we're going to be talking about how to do an illustrated journal. So, how an illustrated journal works. It sounds about what it is like. My technique for making an illustrated journal is you get a notebook like this one, and then you hopefully have some like paint or colored pencils or crayons or pastels or something that you can draw on the cover with to customize it and make it personal so that you want to write in it instead of it just being a boring book. And then obviously you need like a pen or a pencil to write down in. But then also what you're going to do is you're going to be writing about your day or whatever you want to journal about. A journal is, let's talk a little bit about what a journal is and what it can be. A journal traditionally is a book that's very personal, and you write down what's going on in your day, how you feel, and so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with how a journal works, but my version of the journal, the illustrated journal, my own patent, as you would say, is this is the technique, and I might have a handout written out attached to this video, and you can look at that. But how I do my journaling is at the end of the day or in the middle of the day, I write out how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking about, whatever I want to write about, I write down. Usually has something to do with how I'm doing currently or like the day itself. I write about it, and then after I'm done writing about it, I will draw a picture or make a drawing or artwork on the page next to what I've written. And it'll try and be like a representation of how I'm feeling. So if I felt really good because I went to the beach today and hung out with friends, I might draw a picture of like a beach scene and like something to do with my friends, something along those lines, something that I would like to see that relates to how I'm feeling. And then the second part is, after you've written and then drawn out or painted or illustrated somehow how you were feeling that day, what I like to do is I like to draw another picture after I draw the first picture about how I want tomorrow to go. So I visualize, right, artistically what I want the next day to be like, or what I want the next week to be like, or what I want my future to look like, and I draw it out. And I can use color, I can do it in charcoal, I can do it in pencil, it doesn't matter. But it's a visual representation of what I'm looking forward to. And I think the visual representation of what you're looking forward to is a good exercise to do, because when you kind of like visualize where you want to go or what you want to be doing or what you want the next day to feel like, it can give you a sense of determination, and it can also allow you to look at yourself and see what you're really enjoying about life or what you're not enjoying about life. And it kind of puts in the back of your mind some kind of expectation for what you think life could be or tomorrow could be. And I think it's a healthy exercise. I think it can help you kind of realize that if you don't like what's going on, you have the power to change it. And so that's the second step. And then the third step is after you've written what you have expected, after you've drawn out what you want your day to be like, then after that next day or after that next week or or however much time you put in between each entry, then you write out whether or not you got that expectation that you were looking for. So you would write, if I drew a picture and it was about me getting a job and relaxing more and making an art piece that I really wanted to make, then the next written entry would be about talking about, or me discussing or thinking about whether or not I got to those things and why I didn't get to them or how I did get to them. And this exercise or this kind of illustrated journal can really help you like sort out all of your your desires and your wants and your expectations, and it puts them down in a physical place where they don't kind of like loom all in the back of your head, and you can kind of confront your thoughts and your feelings in an enjoyable, artistic, and creative way. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my cover and my back, and then I'm going to show you an example of a entry. And if you want to do this, then you'll have everything you need to know about how to do this. And if you don't, it's fine. All right, so we're going to pick up in another screen or section, and I'll be showing you what I've done and how it works. All right, so here I have my book, my journal that I decorated. I added some extra things, and now it's personalized, and I'll be interested in writing it. And then I'm going to show you guys how I did my entries. So this is how it works, right? You write a little bit. Here's my writing, all right, about whatever you want to write about, because it's a journal. It's up to you. And then here's my depiction of the stuff that I wrote, and it was about like when I was going to school in Arizona and then moving back to LA. So there's the ASU Sun Devil and then the LA Dodgers sign. And then I wrote about what I want, or I drew a picture of what I wanted my future to look like, or the next few months to look like. And then here's my description of how it went, or how successful it was, and the kind of details of that. So that is how you can create an illustrated journal. I think it could be interesting for you guys if you guys like writing and drawing or painting or whatever. So yeah, now you have that in the back of your minds if you ever want to do it. And yeah, that concludes the lessons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate that you guys would, share some of your guys' time with me. I really enjoyed visiting you guys, and thanks a lot. All right, goodbye.